Hey there, welcome back to another Tegu video. Today is Sunday, March 19th, 2023, of course. I want to just make an update video. My Tegus, Sassy and Mac, they are, I got them up. They were kind of showing signs of getting up. And so I went ahead and got them up and fed them a little bit, fed Mac a little small mouse. And for the first time, I bought some peppers. I'm trying to diversify their diet and feed them more vegetables. And so I bought red pepper. You can do the yellow pepper. They come in a package like that, and you kind of cut the top, very top of it off and the bottom of it off, and then you pull the seeds out, up kind of a big mass, and then you're just kind of left with this empty shell, and then you just cut the shell up into sections. And of course I cut mine up into little smaller edible sections, and I fed Mac and Sassy. Believe it or not, I wasn't thinking I was going to have much luck because I'm not into peppers. That was actually my first pepper that I've ever purchased in my life. There's some things I don't do. I don't eat tomatoes, and I really don't eat peppers. But I fed it to them, and they actually chewed on it quite a bit, and they ate it. So pretty cool. So I'm gonna, this upcoming year, probably feed them a fair amount of peppers and explore with some other types of vegetables. But I just wanted to talk to you today before I get into diving in and looking at the reptiles. Is that the weather here in Texas is super lame, but at least it's not as bad, as the West Coast and the East Coast. So, there are some blessings with that. But in the night, still, it's down to the upper 30s, and my house gets cold. I don't keep my house like 83 degrees. It gets down, in about 65 degrees. And so my Tegus are really confused about, hey, Dad, you woke us up, or, we got up and you confirmed and now we're up. But, and then it was in the 80s there for a little while, but now it's back down into the 60s, in the upper 30s, low 60s during the day. And so it's just hard to kind of keep them warm and keep them motivated to stay up. But what I've done, let me bring my camera over here, is this is just total makeshift. This is their big pen. I just threw a bunch of stuff in there to kind of get it off the counter and off the floor, but kind of makes it where they kind of crawl around it when they are up. But I moved them in to the pen out of the closet, and now they are in the smaller hide. But let me show you what I have going on. They're in there like 99% of the time now, unless I wake them up and get them up and put them in the bathtub, or take them outside and put them in the sun. But let me show you what I got going on. Let me mount my camera down. This is just the top because it's just resting on there. But I have a reptile Zoom Ed type little heating pad under the tank pad in there that's in this hide, and it's laying on the bottom, and I have that set on a thermostat, and it's actually at about 93 degrees. And man, they are just having like a sauna day. They are not. If they don't have to, if I don't make them come out, they will stay in there 24 hours a day. But here I have my Zoom Ed that I've had in other videos shown and mentioned, and I'm so glad that I have this now. This is the Zoom Ed Habitat Heater, the large panel, kind of radiant heat panel. And so I've placed that on top of them, and there's not a lot of distance in there. As you can see, the top is, the height of it is not super great, but they are basking from bottom heat to top heat, and it's probably in the 90s in there, and they are just loving it. They're not brumating, but they are just having a heyday and just sleeping and resting, because as soon as I take this off, their eyes go boop, open up, and they're like, what do you want? But let me just take it off. And I'm going to talk a little quieter now because the Sassy is very, my voice will wake her up and she will, jump up. But they are just in there just loving it, sitting on that little heater pad, and then the radiant heat from the top. They are just, I mean, they will not get up. They're not as in deep entranced, as brumation, but they don't want to come out. Even though the room in here will get up into the mid 70s, they just do not want to get up. I don't think their biological clock in March is telling them that they need to get up. Maybe April, maybe the beginning of May, but here they are. But I'm going to see if they will eat. I got 2 items that I want to feed them, and they may not, because I fed them yesterday. They ate the peppers yesterday, and Mac had a mouse, and I fed them some chicken gizzard already, and Sassy's already gone poo-poo. Since probably November, or before that, October, she hadn't gone poo-poo, so she went poo-poo for the first time, which is a good sign. But let's move on, and I'll see if they want to eat. All right, this is another day because my battery crapped out on the camera, ran out of battery juice right in the middle of when I'm needing to shoot the photographs, but he's going to go back in because my voice is loud. But we're going to get him out because it looks like he needs to go to the bathroom. That humming noise in here is my little heater, space heater I got going on. And my dog wants to come in here too and join the party. We're going to shut the door, keep the heat in. Alright, had to get Sassy too. She has to join the party. She wants to go for a swim. Poo-poo session. The 2 children in the tub. All right, here we have a new food source. We've got chicken feet, easily bought at the grocery store. Let's see how interested they are in chicken feet. Let's give Sassy the first one. Sassy. 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 That's how it goes down. That's a pretty big chicken foot. And Max sees his chicken foot over there in the container. People eat these chicken feet like they're going out of style. I personally don't. Definitely a big no. But I'm thinking the Tegu is easily available. It's chicken parts and chicken bones. Tegus need bones, and for calcium and other nutrients. So there's Sassy's meal. Let's give Mac a meal now. Sassy in brumation. I don't know if you're going to catch that, but she lost a toenail while she was brumating. I didn't see her for like 5 months. I had no idea, but I can't tell if it's growing back or if it's gone forever. But I put medication on it and sterilized it, but you know, how well is that going to work for a lizard? And hopefully it grows back, because I don't want her to be clawless on that one front left foot. Straight in, sit on a warm heat pad and just enjoy life until it looks like it's going to get into the 80s and higher 80s and the 90s. Weather here in Dallas is so up and down, as I've mentioned before, and it's back into the low 50s, high 40s, low 50s, and just pretty dismal outside. Instead of last week or a week and a half or 2 weeks ago, it was in the low 80s. But that's Texas life.